What are you working on? A 7.3? Yeah. Wait, don't do that yet. Come on, let's go talk about your 5.4.
I don't even know what to talk about.
Like, we're waiting on our paycheck, and I can't get this freaking thing to work right. It just won't work. Nothing working right. I can't get a freaking job done. I've been there. He's got a 5.4 back there. Any of you guys know about 5.4s? We're going to put this up. We're going to ask you guys for some help. Okay, Joey, you're going to have to get your butt on YouTube and respond to people when they talk to them. So I'd like to get your input on that 5.4 because it's the throttle plate on the back. How much do any of you guys know how much the throttle plate matters? Okay, will that make it laggy when you hit the pedal? It's just kind of choking. Yeah, it's dark. Okay, so we've got multiple different kinds of harnesses and intakes. Okay, those 5.4 guys. Okay, we've got, these are like 18-pound injectors, I think, or something, whatever they are. How many of you guys have had injectors? Fought a power issue, and what's a percentage? I'd like to get vote. Let's all vote on this. Make a comment. That injector's fixed it. Look at these. They look wonderful. They look great. They look like they were just taken off the shelf and put in there. Yeah. The other ones don't look much better. We got ones out of the other engine. So, throttle plate.
Well, this is the control runner valve, and it goes right here on the front of the lower exhaust or intake manifold. But
not all 5.4s even have that.
No.
The Expedition that we took the engine out of did not have this plate. So, and this harness, okay, follow us here. This harness that's on this truck was burnt up and destroyed. So they found a harness from a salvage yard. So my assumption is this truck had never ran right. This is exactly how this truck ran from the point when that was done.
Yes.
When they cut this. This is exactly how this truck ran, and we've got no power. We don't have a controller for this.
We don't have a plug for the controller runner valve. So this thing never opens. It just stays closed all the time. Well, when you give it a lot of gas, this has got to open and let more air in. So it runs fine, idles fine, but when we give it enough throttle, this ain't opening, so it ain't running. It ain't giving it all the power.
Maybe if some of you guys can point Joey to a schematic on the PCM, on the wiring, and he'll put a freaking pin in it. He'll run the new wire because the harness that goes on this does not exist. And I guess I could do that too, but I kind of want Joey to be proactive with you guys on YouTube. So maybe you can put a link to a website that he can go to and look at the engine harness wiring, and he can just add his own freaking wire because the truck's trying to control it. The valve wants to be controlled, but there's nothing in between the PCM and it to do it. Would that be, how many of you guys think this would be sluggish, barely, it runs, but just not like it should. And so I'd like to have a little ratio. We're going to go ahead and need to power that up. So if we can get Joey pointed to a place where he can get a deep wiring diagram. And then I'd like to find out how many of you guys been plagued by injectors like this, these little factory injectors. How failure prone are they? Let me know. I'd like to freaking know that crap because, me and Tanner had those exact same injectors. And I bought, I think, 3 sets of injectors for Tanner's truck before we finally got something that we were happy with. So I'm kind of, you're talking to a diesel guy here. I don't really understand the spark plug and stuff.
Well, I'm going to pull this off, stick it in here, and run it and see what it does. See how it runs. But
that sounds good.
I'd rather get it.
If anything, it should open up when you're in the pedal hard. It should open up.
Yes.
When you're in the pedal.
So if we take this off and just leave it open all the time, the only thing it might do is maybe an idle or low acceleration have a problem.
Getting taken off.
But as soon as you get on it, it'll run fine. And right now,
because that's supposed to restrict it because it allows the intake to build up a little pressure to force it through, kind of like trying to turbocharge a little bit. Is that maybe? What do you guys think? Give me some ideas.
It's got secondary air, so when you give it a lot of gas, it opens up and lets you suck more air.
But more.
Ford has a lot of butterfly valves in some of their motors.
He really wanted to get it good for him. It's just an engine. You should be able to make it run, right? But if the wiring does not exist to control something this important, maybe, yeah. I mean, it won't be right either way. With it or without it, it won't be right. There's going to be a toss-up. Even if he takes it out. Where are you going, champ? Even if he takes it out, it's still going to be low end. It's probably going to be low end, a little laggy on low end. But when you hammer on it and it takes off, it'd probably be just exactly perfect. Give us your thoughts.
He can find me a goddamn engine wiring harness, because he already told me he would. He said he'll look out in Chicago when he's out there. He'll go up to Omaha to U-Pull and find one. Get one somewhere.
Sounds like a plan. I mean, that's going to have to be, it ain't like it's that hard to get down to this.
No.
And you don't even have to take the intake off to do the harness if we.
They did not. And it ain't ran perfectly the way the other harnesses.
It ain't that hard to take off though.
No,
Is it very hard?
But you can set it back there.
You could do it, let him drive it right now. At least it's a mode of transportation from A to B.
Yeah.
And then Joey can go to actually something that I could use him for that might have, I mean, a halfway decent paycheck attached to it. He's in charity work now. This is charity work.
Pretty much.
Isn't it? Like. Yeah, this is charity work. You're going to be like, I mean, unless he gets it done. If he gets it done, oh, he's going to pay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to pay. You're going to pay if it gets all the way good. Which we're not going to without plugging in that freaking plug.
Yeah, I'd rather have it all the way good.
All the way good, done, yeah. That way
if
he
that
can
valve works good enough and he wants it right now.
This thing will not burn the tires off. You can't burn tires off at all, can you?
You can barely get over 65 after hammering it for a while.
We want to at least be able to maybe hit a little power brake and smash on it and bust the tires loose. We at least want to be able to do that.
New spark plugs, all the coil packs, the power balance was fine. Everything seems to be fine.
Just when we're in the pedal, which is that
runner valve, that intake runner valve.
Some of you guys might remember off the top of your head what the pin is for those runners. I've seen it. I've seen the intelligence you guys show. So tell me it's connection J125 and it's pin 39 and 37. That's, some of you guys have knowledge like that. I'm looking forward to it. Let us know. I mean, I would assume it would plug in. There's another plug too for PCM. Because you just run a wire. And if we really have to, if we don't even have that pin, then we're at a point. This truck, I mean, it's, you know, it's fairly nice, but it's just an old beater. We'll cut it back here. We'll cut it and eliminate the whole freaking harness and just have it going across it if we have to for on the farm beater with a heater. I mean, we could cut a wire if we ever have to take the engine back out. I mean, ideally, yeah, we find the pins, but if we know what wires they are, then we can connect that flapper. Mm-hmm. If we know where to hook it up on the truck side. Pre-PCM, I guess. Yeah. Nah, throwing it out. Joey's not even working on this. He's over there working on a 7.3, but I figured, I thought I'd like to detail this truck for a minute. And how many of you guys, I mean, has nobody ever had a truck just beat the crap out of them? I mean, Joey has. I have. You guys haven't? Sure you have. Let's help him out. Throw some ideas.